What's up, best friends? It's a DLLS party quickie for you. We're getting ready for Cowboys Seahawks tomorrow. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be football. Oh, it's going to be football. Hi, I'm Jeff Cavanaugh, and I'm joined by my friend Kevin Gray with the players to watch in tomorrow's Cowboys Seahawks game. What up, KG?
What up, Jeff? Good to see you, man. Football is back.
Football is back, and because I called it 3 players to watch, I wrote down 6 so that no matter what you do, you can't ruin my 3 players. I wrote down 6.
Fair.
So
Fairs.
that you can't ruin it.
Fairs.
And so I just want you to start the party. And if you're in the chat, you join us live. If you join us live, you let us know who you're trying to put eyes on. The challenge here is when you accidentally name somebody who's not even going to play. And so I'm trying real hard not to do that. Shotty said Caleb Downs is going to play. So that's allowed. So I'm just going to leave the floor open to you. I'm leaving the floor to you, KG.
Well, I'm going to start with a player I think who is actually going to play and who needs to play. Let's go down to Austin, Texas, and go get Jaydon Blue because I think he needs to play tomorrow night. Unfortunately, the fumbling's still been a bit of an issue for him so far in this training camp. Him and Phil Maffa are obviously battling for that RB2 spot behind Javonte Williams. And Jaydon Blue's got to start to pull away a little bit if he's going to distinguish himself as the guy that's going to be behind Javonte Williams. So Jaydon Blue is someone who I'm looking forward to see if he can not only be kind of that home run hitter that we've seen him be a little bit in flashes, but just keep the ball off the ground, my guy. Give yourself a chance to win this job potentially.
Yeah, and I like Jaydon Blue I like him as the first pick in our player to watch draft, honestly, because I think there's a lot of things still on the line for Jaydon Blue. Like right now, they want him to be running back 2. They want him to be the change of pace guy because of the speed that he brings. But also, I think there's a challenge there that if you can show, I'm more than that. If you can show, because I have it in my mind, and I'll just tie this into, I'm going to give you one player, Phil Maffa. Phil Maffa was the guy who might have surprised me the most at camp because he was banged up last year, didn't really get to see him at all. And to see the way that he can actually move with how big he is, I know that when the pads are on, he's going to be a handful. But the way that he moves, I was like, damn, I didn't know he could kind of go like that. And so you've got a really fun situation behind Javonte Williams where if you're Jaydon Blue, you don't want to be where I think he might be right now, which is way better than where he was a year ago, which is like you are the Cavante Turpin running back where if you didn't have Javonte Williams, in my mind, you may run out Malik Davis or Phil Maffa for Javonte, and then Jaydon still comes in to do his Jaydon stuff. Show you're more than that. Show that like he's not 175 pounds. He's a full adult running back. And so, yeah, I think if he can show, I'm not going to put it on the ground. I obviously have the juice, but also don't think I can't carry this thing 15 times in a weekend. I think that could be huge for Jaydon Blue, and I'll just tie Phil Maffa into it because we know he's a freight train.
Yeah,
and I think can you pass protect?
Can you do the other stuff? Yeah, can you do the other stuff? Yeah, and I think this is a big preseason schedule for Blue and for Maffa, honestly, because the two of them haven't necessarily distinguished themselves as the guy behind Javonte Williams. And if we're of the opinion that Williams' load has to be lessened a little bit this upcoming year to make sure that he's as effective as possible, especially late into the season, you need one of these two guys to kind of take the reins of that RB2 job to give some confidence that they can, pull their weight a little bit and be able to kind of be that RB2, pairing alongside, Javonte Williams. You kind of started to touch on the defensive side a little bit, and, I can't get away from him because Jeff, help me out, because I think he's starting to play his way into the conversation of solidifying himself as the CB2. Shavon Revel continues to have a tremendous camp. He had another interception today in practice as they had their walkthrough, and he just continues to make plays. Like, I don't know how much for folks they believe in the idea that training camp can translate into the regular season, but he's been first team all training camp so far as Shavon Revel. And he's another player that I'm interested to see play tomorrow to see if what's happening on the practice field could translate into game action.
See, and I knew how this was going to go, Kevin. That's why I figured you would take the 3 names that if I only got to pick 3, you would name all of them. Yeah, because Revel is another one where I don't know what the standings are for the starting outside cornerback job right now. because Kobe Durant's had a really good camp too. And for the majority of camp, he was the guy running with Deron Bland as the first team corners, and Revel would be the next guy in. Now we've mixed in a few days where Revel is in there with the starters. And I think that if the season started tomorrow and you said, who would you like to see at corner? My answer is Kobe Durant. But keep going. Give me 3 weeks. With Revel, like, I know what you got. I know you're a good athlete. I know getting hands on people and playing press coverage, I can trust you to do that. It's the rest of the things. And it's to do that without getting flagged. And so I hope he plays a lot of preseason football. And if it's really, really good, then you could talk me into it. At the moment, I think I would put out the guys that I trust the most and just be happy with the progress that I've seen for Revel. You're going to need all of them. But yeah, I think there is an opportunity for him to start. And I think these 3 weeks can be really important for him to try to make that push.
6'2" with an 80-inch wingspan. He's been physical. He's made plays all over the place. And he's pushed Durant to the point where I think it's literally a toss. I mean, we saw it on the unofficial depth chart. It's or between Kobe Durant and Shavon Revel. So, I mean, if you're the idea that the or could be removed by the time we get to, obviously, the beginning of the regular season, Shavon Revel has a chance to really make some progress in that regard.
For my next guy, then, I'll go to another or.
Okay.
Malachi Lawrence is going to play, and I hope he plays a ton because he's one of the guys that when they put the depth chart out, it's edge one is Gary Ezeraku. Second team is James Houston, Sam Williams, or Malachi Lawrence. So for a guy who started off training camp as kind of the next guy in with the edge group because he's a first-round pick, you're seeing we got the toolsy guy. We got to come along. We got to figure out NFL football. Ezeraku got a little bit of that last year. Malachi Lawrence, you're going to have the same thing where do you fall on this depth chart? How much are you going to be out there? Is it just going to be pass downs? What are we going to do here? Malachi Lawrence needs to play a bunch of football against good competition and even, NFL backups. That's good competition compared to what he's seen for the most part in his college career. So Malachi Lawrence, I would love to see the flashes in the preseason game or in the preseason games to earn your way up to those snaps. Because for a first-round pick, people are going to have high expectations, even in a rookie season. And, you don't want people screaming bust in your rookie year. So for Malachi Lawrence, that's my number 2 guy, eyes on.
And you guys have talked about it throughout the course of the week. Patience is the word for Malachi Lawrence and continuing to stack good days for him, but show the flashes, not only with the physical gifts that he has, but some of the things that he's learning, at camp can be translated onto the field because they're going to have to do a lot of this by committee when it comes to their pass rush production. And if Malachi Lawrence can be a part of that rotation, you feel good. You feel that much better about the depth that you're going to be having given what you're going to be asking this defensive line group to do to get after the quarterback this year.
All right, give me your third one. Don't take one from me. Don't you dare. I actually have 7, so you can't.
You got 7?
I have 7, yeah, and we're through 4 of them. So, yeah, you can't hurt me.
Well, I'm going to go to the one that you just have to name because we've been waiting to see him get on the field in a Cowboys uniform ever since he was selected number 11 overall, and it's Caleb Downs. I mean, he's been all over the field in camp so far. They've put him in the slot. They've put him in deep third. Like, they've put him everywhere in camp so far. So now we finally get to see him on the field and how all of it translates to what we see from him, what we saw at Alabama, at Ohio State. He's been the talk of camp so far, obviously, for what he's done. And I see a chat, a comment that says, hey, I hope Downs doesn't play. I think the Cowboys want to see him a little bit just to see how it works. But Caleb Downs will be another one I would love to see on the field tomorrow, just because I'm ready to see Caleb Downs on the field tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm right between the two of you guys. Don't play. I don't know that I have a strong preference where, Shoddy says that he's going to play, but he also said starters aren't going to play. Well, Caleb Downs is a starter. And not only is he a starter, he's an important part of your defense. And it's not even so much injury. It's if you're going to do the vanilla stuff, to me, preseason's turned into guys who are fighting for jobs and fighting to make a team. And yeah, it'll be nice to just get the work in. And so, and plus we're watching the game. People want to see the first round pick. You want to see the 11th overall pick. But if you told me what's the point, because he's about to do a whole bunch of communicating with guys who he's never going to play with, I get that too. Although I guess if Revel's out there, you get a little something going on. But yeah, obviously Caleb Downs is number 1. He should be number 1. I'll throw out the name Michael Trigg. I'll throw it out. because that was the guy that I feel like was an undrafted free agent out of Baylor, and he's a fun player. You watch the highlights, and it's like, that's a fun player. I don't think it's a finished product, polished NFL player. And the general idea was, as soon as they acquired him, sweet, let's get Schoonmaker out of here. It had to be a hell of a 3 weeks, and it had to be a bad 3 weeks for Schoon. But I mean, hey, the start of it is tomorrow. Go ham. Show them that you can block. Show them you can run decent, consistent routes, and then bring in the part of the game that they picked you for, which is fun catches and raising hell after the catch, smashing into people. But yeah, Michael Trigg, that'll be mine. And I didn't say Camden Brown, but he would be on my list too. He's a wide receiver that in camp has had a nice run of it, and then today got some looks with the first team. So there, you know, when you're trying to figure out who's the last receiver on the roster, the guy who's earned it so far is probably Jonathan Mingo. But I think Camden Brown and I think Trey'Jon Holden are both interesting in different ways. Camden Brown did more when you're actually doing team stuff. Trey'Jon Holden, just watching him run routes, you can see he has ability. So actually, I've now named 8 players. So I broke the rules.
We'll say those are honorable mentions. How about that?
Yes, 2 of those were honorable mentions.
That's
all right. I just wanted to knock this out real quick for the people, KG. I want them to know that's who we're putting eyes on. I did get, I did have a super chat that I needed to at least tell them what's up. Roman Wolf Gaming. I'm assuming that's Jermod McCoy got cooked for 2 TDs. That's a tough break. That's a tough break for Jermod McCoy. He ain't on our team, so I don't give a half a crap. Nobody on the Cowboys is getting scored on tomorrow. Nobody. That's the way it's going down. KG, have yourself a day, bud.
Hey, you too, man. Good to talk to you.
All right, good to see you guys. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool, everybody. We love you. Be easy. Keep it short and sweet.